welcome to a very dire situation in Gnomoria. When we last left off, we did not have a lick of food at all. However, I am going to be doing something that is probably a little bit different, which is me being more careful. They have added something that very much allows me to be more careful with a recent update. They have added the Goblin Kingdom to your diplomacy screen that specifically tells you the distance to your kingdom. They, I believe, should be here today. So I'm going to prepare for such. I'm going to build a guard station right here for the tower guard all the time. Because they're going to be here any moment. I need my guards out there because otherwise bad stuff's gonna happen. And behind them, in a smaller guard station, shall be the bunker guard. Because I believe, as I'm going to have people out foraging to get food, there is a fairly good chance one of my people shall find the goblin and possibly die. Which means I need my archers right there, right now, for the fight. Now, let's continue. Hopefully, they can actually do things alright. Let's check the population. Laborers are idle or sleeping. The farmers are filling troughs. They're filling those troughs. How are those troughs? 1, 32, 4. You know what? I'm going to put pasture below some other jobs so our farmers go out there and forage. Because we need the food, and it appears that anybody else of note... What the hell are you doing over there? Anybody else of note, i.e. the laborers, are too busy sleeping. Or doing nothing. Basically, we just need the food. I don't know who managed to go pick that up, but they're probably sprinting over there in a hungry rage. And it appears to be a regular soldier and a regular person and then a soldier. The captain, to be exact. The captain, however, is going to take it all the way back to the dining table to go eat it. Which is not exactly ideal because he's stationed all the way out at the front of the base. This is why I wanted to make a little area for the archers down here, so that way they would basically just live right there. And would never ever have to leave their post besides going to sleep. And we are getting some food. Some food is nice food. Appears that the other archer is going to get his food. Not the two-handed sword, or the tower shield, though. It's two-handed. I don't know why I was going to say two-handed swordsman, but it's two-handed. Now, I should be here any moment. However, I haven't heard the music start to quiet down. Which is not ideal. Haha! I sensed you, game. Yes, I sensed that little bit of lag there. And usually when that little bit of lag happens, it's one of two things. Either a goblin attack, or the game's just lagging. But goblin attack tends to make a little bit of spike of lag, and I believe, as I don't see our hammerman out there, he is fast asleep. That would be an accurate statement. There's also a couple other people asleep, so if we see a goblin, I am not going to order everybody out there to go attack immediately until the alarm has successfully been rung. Okay, is the captain out there? Okay, at least the captain's out there. There's the raiders. Okay. It's a bronze hammer and sword. That could really hurt. And we saw Saw 2 more goblins on top of him. Copper Warhammer. What is the last one? Copper Battle Axe. So they have a nice mix. And did I just see a bronze claymore? Is someone going to ring the bell, or am I just going to have to order everybody out there now? Okay, bell has been rung. Now I need... Just click on a goblin fighter and tell everybody to get out there. So there is an awful lot of combat right there, and I need as many people out there. Cat, no, don't run away, you fool. We need you for king and country and related things. It's the one I clicked on. And this goblin fighter. And then the third goblin fighter down, and that should be more or less okay, unless there's... that's a copper armor plate. That is a copper... Okay, he lost a pauldron. That means someone is currently targeting him. I'm not sure if that was before or after the taunt occurred. Whoa. Oh. I saw someone get knocked back. I wasn't supposed to be knocked back. And this should be... handleable. Okay. I was so scared right there, you don't even know. Oh my god. Because we just have everything going on, but on the bright side, we suddenly have a large influx of meat. It's going to be nice. I can successfully remove these designations now. You guys are free to go wherever you please. Because we shouldn't get another attack just yet, at least until we've stabilized our food situation. Someone passed out from exhaustion. There's a monitor lizard there. I am going to send the tower guard to fight the said monitor lizard, because the monitor lizard is food. Therefore, we go kill it. The taunter is not actually physically fast enough to go catch it. That should help. Alright, I can speed it back up now. However, I do need to make another copper pauldron for the commander. Armor. Pauldron out of... just make sure it's copper. And go. Hopefully they'll just be able to beat that thing to death. Oh, and... was that our blood? No, it's Mondo's blood. Apparently the 2 archers went out there to help, which I am not complaining about. Are we really...
User disconnected from your channel.
I'll be honest, I thought I turned off TeamSpeak before I started. But, well, it's Gnomoria, I can't exactly go back. Good thing there was only one other person in the TeamSpeak. Anyway, unprofessionalism aside, are we really getting that little from the butchery? That it's just feeding everybody that quickly? Really? Now, what I'm going to do is go to the soldiery professions and add in farming and put farming above everything else, because I don't know if it falls under farming or agriculture to actually forage. But that'll give our farmers a little bit of extra work, and it will also help increase our food stocks. Food stocks tend to be important, as you can probably guess. But foraging all of this, and possibly the apple trees over there, should at least keep us stable until the big food comes in, specifically stuff like wheat. And our farms kick in where our farmers are getting all the food instead of having people have to walk all the way outside. A little bit of lag there, but I don't really know why that would be. It's not like there's going to be a goblin attack or anything. Hopefully. Delora passes out from exhaustion. Well, what? You know what? I'm going to zoom it back in, because I think that might be part of the problem, that there's too much on the screen. Oh, no, you woke up and you're actually going out to do something else. Hopefully going to get a bite to eat and then properly sleep. What the hell are you doing? I couldn't even hear them foraging, so I wasn't sure if they were actually doing something or not. Now, you are definitely still working, which is nice. Have you probably... Well, we haven't even butchered all of them yet, but there is a fair amount of bronze items to give you plenty of bronze slivers to work with. To give you plenty of bronze bars to work with. Now, I believe our soldiers have copper. They have... No, they do... Actually, still only have copper weapon. Okay, you have a copper shield. You should probably... Well, having said that, bronze shield wouldn't be that important unless you got armor to go with it. A lot of people are passing out from exhaustion. Are the beds full? No. People are just so far away from the beds, having to go all the way out there, that they're physically passing out from exhaustion before they can actually sleep, which is not ideal. So that means you're just falling asleep out there where a rabid honey badger can sink their teeth into them. Our food, specifically fruit, is I was going to say slowly going up, but then it keeps going down as people get hungry and come out here to eat. I don't think any of the food is actually getting put into making drinks either, which means people are also running around even more to go, no, don't go in the max as much as you want to. It doesn't, the game does not agree with it. So let's just see how it's going up here. I'm just gonna say whatever to people passing out from exhaustion, because I don't really have a choice in the matter. I have a question. I'm guessing you two are... No, you are apparently the hammer man. Just have an orange instead of your hammer. What about you? You gotta... Yeah. I wanted to make sure that those extra pieces were for the curiouses. I have the panels, I have the padding, I have the string, but well, what is the tailor doing? The tailor is idle, as in not doing anything at the moment. Because the tailor should be going over there to make that. At some point. I think the issue with having the farmers come out here and help, they're not actually butchering, or they're still a goblin corpse over there to butcher. Still several pieces of weaponry to smelt as well. So they've more or less foraged the area over here. That is good. This area is getting plenty of foraging. With the soldiers helping, it should definitely start to make our food stocks rise. It's already at 30 and is still going up. It's exactly what I wanted to hear. So, although a little bit unorthodox way of getting our food, it is working out in such a way that we are gaining. Granted, I'm probably going to have to order something else to be foraged to get us through to spring, but there you go. And that is the last of the foraging over there. There's still plenty of trees over here. The problem is I've also already foraged out most of these hills. The closest foraging is the trees over there and this hill, which is mostly cotton to begin with. However, I'm thing I'm going to do is agriculture, forage, just forage this generally. I don't care if I get a couple pieces of cotton in it, I just want those strawberries picked. Wanted to make sure, just in case. And this hill as well. I don't care about the cotton. My OCD demands me to clean it out instead of picking things selectively. We're actually making meals. What are we making meals of? How are we physically making meals at the moment? The items. Tracked items. Meals. What do we have tracked in meals that actually makes us, well, sausages, sandwiches, omelets. Are we actually getting the eggs? We get eggs and cheese, goods, food, just all food. We're making some sausages. Okay. I was wondering where that legitimate food was coming from. It is sausages. It's better than eating the raw meat, granted. And they managed to take that corpse. And he is slowly melting stuff away. I think I'm going to have to make a dedicated pile for the weapons. And they definitely should have made the armor plate by now. Because hell, the piece of padding is no longer there, so chances are yes. Are even getting enough fruit that we're able to pick up on the winery. That is even better. Now here, we're going all the way over there to forge that hill away. That is okay. We're still working on where the dormitories are going to be. Hoy. It's like one, occasionally two people doing it. We have not gotten eggs yet, which is a shame. And again, we only have one emu who can actually lay them. Eventually, we'll have more. Eventually. Okay, I believe we have successfully dug ourselves out of the gutter. Which I am okay with. And you appear to be smelting all of these slivers. Do I have an order for bronze slivers? I have an order for bars of any metal slivers, so you should be doing that anyway. And you need to melt that away, and she needs to make more. It's a nice, efficient setup. Now, Taylor Bro, why are you building? The tailor has the order of leather cuirasses. The yak leather panel, 2 padding, it needs 2 string, that's why. So let's go to the tailor and increase the crafting to 2 string at any one time, because obviously I need 2 in order to make a leather cuirass. Probably saying that wrong this entire time, but if someone is going to correct me, then they're going to correct me, and I have nothing to say about it. Everybody seems to have foraged over here because for some reason as it's closer to their home, they're like, let's go even further to forage. Okay then. least we're getting food. It is the 10th day of winter. With these oranges, we should be able to hold out until the farmers can pick up the slack. And then we can worry about getting a stock for the winter so this does not happen again. Might even purchase from merchants. If only merchants came in the winter, this wouldn't have happened. Or it would have, but it would have been mitigated by the fact that we could have just bought a bunch of food. Now, how is... I like how I keep saying I should get out of that because it tends to make it flag, and then I keep doing it to get a better perspective. Oh yeah, that is a lot of food. They're also slowly but surely replacing this. Have they replaced that floor? They got the wall. What I'm going to do is build terrain wall out of brick blocks. Like so. Now, I'm not sure where their bedding is going to be. I actually haven't planned that out yet. Their bedding might be at the house, although I would like their bedding to be in the bunker so they could just live in the bunker. I mean, the tower guard are different because they're melee, and our melee do generally get, well, when everything's all settled, there's going to only be one way in this way and another way out this way into the rest back here, where we are going to have our pastures if the roof pastures don't work out, which I honestly don't have high hopes for. And there's a mant. Son of a dingleberry. Is a mant scout, though? If we can attack the scout, we can stop mants in the future. Oh, yes. That mant is dead. Haha! That prevents... Mant cancels job, can't find path. Game, I don't think you're supposed to tell me that. So we killed the mant scout at the last second. That is good, because that means there won't be any mant attack in a couple days, which is the last thing we need at the moment. Alright, let's go up and see what we can do about upgrading armor. How many... We do not have jack for bronze. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, how many slivers do we have? We have jack. They are making the tin, and then they are making the copper, so they should be making more bronze. Why am I watching a slideshow game? What? I did the game. Really? I have no clue what appears to be going on besides the game being argumentative. Okay, we've foraged all of those fruits. They come out to 147. I am not satisfied. So let's go to forage this entire area. That should be plenty, and just get those out of the way. Having said that should be plenty, there is stuff on this hill that I am inclined to forage off as well. In fact, there's just enough trees to tell me, you know what? Do it. It keeps going. Let's just get to there, and that is mostly cotton. Granted, most of the stuff I just told them to forage is cotton, but may as well get it out of the way now, while people are out foraging to begin with, and there is more stuff on this hill. So let's get that out of the way as well. We'll definitely have plenty of cotton for a long time to work with. That is not going to be an issue. Still using the pine from down here. I am very okay with that. Although that is probably most of our pine right there, so that I am less okay with. In fact, Pine is quite a distance away. Now, what? God, zoom out, game. Wanted to zoom out once, but screw it. Yeah, they are definitely just going to completely empty that out and get us plenty of fruit. In fact, what I'm going to do, as our fruit has stabilized, I am going to tell the farmers to have their pasturing moved up above everything else so they can get back to filling up the troughs. Because I would very much like the troughs topped off, so that way I don't actually have to worry about worrying about it. And how is the dormitory? The dormitory floor is actually nearly complete. Well then, that will definitely be nice. So then that means we will actually start to be able to put people in rooms instead of having them sleep in the dormitory down there. Now the worst part is, I like to make fancy rooms like this for them. I don't think I'm going to have that much room for the average person. So I might have to cut it to 3x3. I'm going to have to fiddle with this to figure out how many spots I can possibly fit. You know, I could easily do, okay, this is 5x5, times it by that, but then I have to factor in hallways, and then am I going to do anything with the hallways? Am I going to have rooms sticking out on the sides in random locations to give it some color, or what? Alright, I am going to allow people to attack that, but I'm not going to order the bunker guard. Why am I not going to order the bunker guard, you ask? Because the last thing I want is the Mant to assault a bunker guard without my knowing. Did you just shoot the bear and then it ran away? Alright, where is the Mant? Did the Mant follow us all the way upstairs? Okay, I see fighting, which I can only guess is happening somewhere. Oh, that's your fighting symbol. Where did the Mant go? Oh, they're fighting it. The Mant rushed to the emus. And of all the emus it had to fight, it fought. Why do you hate me, game? Why do you hate me? Of all the places for the Mant to go, the Mant runs toward the animals and doesn't target the, 7 yaks I have. No, it goes after the only breeding pair of emus. I don't know what to say to that. I am honestly speechless as to what the game just did there. I just don't know what to say. Oh, the emu has bled to death, which means we're gonna need to have to purchase another one. Now, I don't know. I like how I started the video like, okay, we're in a desperate situation, I need to pay attention, I need to make sure everything's set, and I don't remember when the video started, so I don't remember when the goblins should attack. I believe they should be attacking before the next year. In fact, I believe they possibly might attack tomorrow sometime in the day. Game, what? I honestly don't know why it's lagging like this. It's never done this before. Maybe there's something in the recent patch that has caused it to bug out. Sure as hell hope not, but knowing my luck, Probably yes. And there is the poor bear who is slowly bleeding to death from a single arrow. The rain stopped. A bit of food, which is emu meat. Some wine. What? Other worker. Okay, you made one curious. What happened to making the other one, Taylor Man? What could you... Oh, you're crafting a bandage because someone got attacked by a mant and dragged the mants over to the emus. Not into the base where there was multiple people who could have taken the fire for him. Oh no, he had to drive it over to the animals. God, that game. Why are you doing this? Let me open the menu. Resume. Okay, if it does that, doesn't say. I open the menu, then it stops for like. Okay, I was gonna say for like 5 seconds. Then it's only a little bit of lag. How is it going over yonder? Still got quite a bit to actually forage. They foraged out a lot of it. They just haven't foraged out all of it. That poor bear. Why did my guy have to just shoot a random arrow at him? Seems kind of rude, in all honesty. It's like a panic shot, and now the bear is going to die because of it. I feel kind of sorry for the bear. I wish I could save the bear and then have a pet war bear that I would just have stand guard outside of our base to tell us when the goblins are going to attack. That would be rather nice, but sadly that doesn't work. The bear has bled to death. Where it bled to death, I don't know. Possibly down here. By the way, music's lowering. Mid. No? Okay. I was gonna say the music is lowering mid-track. That's usually a sign of an attack. Of course, as it's me, it's not how it works. They're foraging over there, which means they have finished the foraging over here, which is good. In fact, all they got is these trees, and then they are done. Which will be very nice. I just want these foraged, and then that it's going to be set. Because then, by then, the farms will start growing, and what the... Oh, that was the bear corpse. I'm like, what the hell is that marching to our base? A demon? No, it's just the bear. Definitely need the spring to get here, because I also need the pine grove to start growing again. What are you doing, game? Why are you doing this? What? It took me like 3 button presses to pause the game. Do not know why it is lagging like this. I don't like it. Okay, we are A-okay. Now, everything has been foraged, so I'm going to take the training grounds back to the guards. And the bunker guard as well, because your home is nowhere near finished. Which reminds me, I should probably actually check on its progress. It was making fairly good headway. However, that headway appears to have more or less stopped. By the way, music is quieting down. Nope. Wanted to make sure. Poor guy. He wants to train, but nobody else is there to train with him. We appear to be filling these fairly well. How about the alpacas? The alpacas. The emus, which we only have one of because the game hates me. To be honest, if I had an alpaca breeding set, I would have rather that getting hit. Although I would have been annoyed that I lost the breeding set, I would have been like, well, at least it wasn't the stuff that produces food. But no, the game doesn't accept that. We're getting meals, we're getting wine, we're getting everything, and the food is looking much more healthier. And this I am very happy with. Now, why they have not done this cleaning order to clean up a single dirt clump outside of the fort, I don't know. I'm going to just leave it there. I don't know what else to do with it right now. In fact, what I should do is start replacing these clay floors that are over here just to make it look a bit nicer, instead of having random splotches of clay around. It is now the first day of spring, which means we should get a nomad at some point very soon. And I also need more pine. I am nearly out again. I should probably actually check how many... You know what? Apple. Change it to apple for now. Just until our pine rises back up, start making coal out of apple. But I believe, yes, this is finished. However, I am way too eager to see what kind of nomads we actually get. We should get something. Watch them spawn, and then a goblin invasion spawn, and just absolutely kill all of them before they even can get into the fort. That would be my luck. Most definitely be my luck. One of these days they'll actually show up. How many ores do I have? Out of curiosity. 89. 89 is not too bad. In all honesty, was there any more up here? Okay, I take that back. We have a lot. I was gonna say there's less than I thought there was. I believe yeah, I saw that. That is a singular worker. Hero tome. Tower guard assemble. Oh, there's a mant on the staircase. On the bright side, that means the other mant shall appear here. Now, why is only Seer there? Let's zoom in and try and see if we can actually see Error Body. Okay, I'm going to just to assume that all of our soldiers are there. Yeah, all of our soldiers are idle, which means they are actually fighting. Now, did that say we got 3 nomads? We got 3 nomads! Ha! Right, tailoring, you're useless. Tinkering, you're useless. Masonry, you're also completely useless. So let's see what your best farming is. 9, 11. Going to assume that you're going to be better. Yes. Well, although yours is 11 as well. What is your cooking? cookery is only 9. Apparently the farmers still have cooking for some reason. Your cookery is 11, so you shall become the cook. And what else do we need? Tailor, tinker, worker. We have 2 blacksmiths. Really? We do need another farmer for now. Now what I want to do is go to the military and immediately assign them into a squad. Let's see, this one now has a vacant slot. This one does not. This one is nearly empty. Well, I know where you guys are going. Okay. And actually, just to make this go by a bit quicker, I'm going to order every awake person to attack the gnats. There we go. Well, they came at pretty much the opportune time. But that is part of the reason why the tower is nice, because we'll see things coming over there, and then they have to traverse a large tower on top of walking all the way over here in order to get to us. And if we have things occur correctly, that is what happens, and that is good. I'm going to do is terrain, replace floor with dirt. We do not have a... Well, that's why we're not making any more blocks. We're actually out of clay, of all things. Never thought I'd see the day where I ran out of clay. Especially when I'm trying to make something out of it. Right, how's it over here? There's just 2 pieces. And then terrain, replace wall with a dirt. And is there anything else? Yes, there is. Terrain, replace floor with some more dirt. Have this piece, all of those, that piece, and this piece, and that is an improvement. And also these pieces. Hey, apparently we actually have a birch log, which means our woodwork... Why'd you do this to me, game? As I was saying, now that we're actually starting to get birch again, our woodworker can actually do stuff. And make trade goods. The merchant heard me talking about trade goods and say, "Ooh, trade goods, you say? Well, I'd love to take some off your hands," and just appears out of thin air. Is there any more over there? Yes, there is. There's also a bit in the wall. Terrain, replace wall with some more dirt. Do that, and terrain, mine wall. Now, I'm guessing I'm not oriented correctly, because otherwise I would have been heading up to this. I believe that was a merchant from the Lyric Kingdom. Market. Yes, it is, most definitely is, because they have stuff besides wood. Now, they do have a fair bit of copper and tin. Not nearly as much as they normally bring, oddly enough. But let's see what we can actually do. First and foremost, I'm going to trade the spare trade items and trade goods before I think about making jewelry. Let's get rid of the yak skull and the bear skull and the monitor lizard skull and the emu skull. And let's cut sapphire gems. Statuettes, here we go. Let's actually put what I want in there first. Yeah, I brought very, very little this time. and just sell all the statuettes and the poor ring. Now, do you have an emu with you? No, of course not. You just have a pair of alpacas. Because having an emu with you would be too easy. But what I think I may do is, well, I mean, those are only logs, and they take 2 to purchase. So yeah, I'm going to take all of your food, and while I'm at it, I'm going to take all of your drink as well. Let's scroll this up to find the seeds. So I should be able to cover this with seeds. So let's give 24, first of all, to top. Let's give another 2 to top it off evenly. Then I need 300, so 150 from the extra cotton seeds, and then 150 from the extra strawberry seeds. And that comes out perfectly. So I bought everything I wanted, pretty much, and I did not spend any of my gems on it, which is always nice, because the gems, I like to think of the gems as the emergency thing, because gems are not a renewable resource. They give a whole lot of money, sure, but they are not actually renewable. Yes, now that you guys are doing that, you should emerge it from the land of bushes. Well, that means I'll be able to buy some more wood on the cheap, specifically pine. I'll only have to sell him a little bit of seeds, because those guys are dirt cheap. No, I want the market stall, please. Pine. 48. Well, I'm going to buy the birch as well, just because. And no, I won't sell that. I will sell 57 cotton seeds and 50 strawberry seeds. Every time I can cover a little bit of stuff with our seeds instead of having to cover it with trade goods is even better, because we get more seeds as we plant more and more things. Now I can actually start thinking about the dormitory. How many? What's our population? 23. It's actually pretty sizable when you think about it. You know what? I'm going to forgo this and start mapping out more. Yeah, because I feel like I'm probably going to need the farms. Although having said that, I don't know if these farms are enough, because I don't think I was actually able to produce them with enough. So no, I'm going to stick to my guns. Wait until the end of spring, and if this still hasn't propagated any grass, then I'm going to go with the plan. Not before, and not after. But now we are definitely getting plenty of bread, which is additionally nice. So now what I need to do is start mapping out this place. So let's go to wall. Block for now, just to help map it out. I might use these roofs. In fact, if I do make it well, this could hang out one over there to make it look a little bit different. Because if I make them 3 by 3, it might actually work. Because if I make them 5 by 5, that's 7. This would be the rooms. No, you would go here. There is no way, in any way, shape, or form, that one floor is going to handle even our current 23, let alone any future applicants. So, as much as I'd like to do that, I can't. But maybe 3x4, just to give it a little bit more shape? Because 1, 2, 3... Well, 1, 2, 3... And then you would hang over... By the way, they did add that, but where it places the floor when you drag a wall, which is nice, I'm just... never actually used it. I drag this like so. 1, 2, 3, wall. And the room would be here. If I do the same here, that is 2 rooms. I kinda don't want to have something completely jutting out like an entire another room. This could work. And then could actually have rooms jutting out from here in such a way. 1, 2, and like so. Except that's 1 too short. Now the only thing about the floors is that the floors really shouldn't be block, like regular block. But I don't know what I'm going to make the rooms out of. So I don't really know what I like and don't like the look of for floors. I mean, they got engraved, but they're also the apparently it didn't count that. Apparently it didn't count any of the things that needed to be built. Now your room probably is gonna a hell of a lot more expensive for you. How much the worth of the floor? Yeah, 1,500. I think I might do engraved floors, but I won't do chiseled walls. I'll do something different. What I think I'm going to do is plan all of that off screen, because it'll probably be like 15 minutes of me humming and building out all of the rooms and making sure they fit in the corners and all this other stuff. So that will be for next time. So when we come back, I'll have all of the personal quarters planned out, and then we can start constructing them. That will be nice. That will be a nice big milestone. And then this can actually eventually, maybe, possibly get done at some point. The stoneworker will have to get back there and continue making it. Or I think all of the coal is getting used in here. Still going to leave that on applewood because we have less than 100 pine, so I'd rather not. But anyway, all of that is for next time. So until then, see you later.